I'm from Jaipur, and I'm working with the horses from last 8 years. And over here we have yearlings, like we have 1 year old horses. So we'll go and visit these horses. And my suggestion is to be comfortable with the horses and your interaction with them. So they will be, if you will go towards them, you will go with the confidence. Don't, if you will scared, they will scared from you. So that's my suggestion.
Good. So let me just give an introduction to what we will be doing. Of course, there are a lot of people, so we might need to divide up into groups. But let me tell you a little bit about the horses. Firstly, we have some interesting Vedic symbols that Richard will appreciate, because his first talk was on Savitri and the Veda. The name of the stud farm is Usha. So it's called the Usha stud. We breed thoroughbred horses here. This farm especially is devoted to the young stock, which are 1-year-olds, as he said. They're all of, 1 year and a little, 1 year, 3 months, like that age group. And the most important thing that maybe today, if we can experience that, is the communication with the horse. We're used to communicating with dogs and other animals because they're more human friendly and we have more access to them. But how do you communicate with a horse? Horses are very intuitive, instinctive animals. They normally have the flight, what is it? Flight, fright, and then fight instinct, which means that if you make any rapid movements with your hands or do anything that is sudden, they think that perhaps, first movement is to go away from you. So they'll run. If they can't run away from you, then so they're frightened. They get extremely frightened in the sense of they need to be able to trust you. So in fact, today in most of the companies, they have now what they call is developing qualities and developing attitudes with horses. There's so many workshops worldwide. This seems to be the cutting edge thing to do. But here in India or at Usha, what we find is that just simply keep your core. You know what it means? What your center. If you're centered with a horse, you will find the horse, especially horses, they pick up that centeredness in your being and they respond to you. Now, a Spanish lady who has, what should I say, she had all kinds of birds sitting on her shoulders and communicating with horses and so on. She came here, she did a wonderful workshop one day. What she made, and I can't do it today because she did it one at a time, she would just make each person stand in the field, in the paddock, quietly and watch yourself, watch your emotions, watch what is happening to you. The more quiet and calm you can be, you'll find that the horses start approaching you, and they start, and if you're still, they will do nothing to you. Of course, they might try and nuzzle and play, just sort of be sing, but they will not harm you in any way. But if you suddenly want to, you think you are showing your love and devotion to them by doing this and trying to pat them, and this movement of your hand will immediately make them go back. They won't come near you. So if you want to touch a horse, which I hope you will do today, do this. Hand should come from below and up to the neck of the horse or the hand. So don't go straight. The other things horses don't like is frontal assaults. So which means that if you approach a horse, even if you want to walk towards a horse, let the horse know that you're not going to harm him or her. So how do you, I'll show you that. How do you walk towards a horse? Is you don't do a front, you do a side. That means you are exposing your vulnerability. So the horse knows that you are surrendered, like Anand Bhai spoke, This is, everything of yoga you can practice with horses. So this you're surrendered and you're simply there for him or her. The moment you are surrendered, you will walk in a different way. Your body language will change, and horses sense body language. In fact, I just had an amazing experience where one of my horses in Madras, we'd gone there for the Invitation Cup, one of the races, and her name is Alamanda. I named her from this flower because it means victory. It was the mother's name. Spiritual name of of this flower is called victory. So this filly, after she finished her race and she won it, she stretched herself and won the race. But as soon as she came back to be led in, obviously I went and the trainer went to lead her in, the winner's circle. She saw me and she picked up her leg, her right leg, like this. So I looked at her and I said, why is she picking up her leg? So she put it down again, and then again, and I was, I was obviously kissing her. I was full of sweat, but anyway. So I was again going towards her, and again she picked up her leg, like this. I turned around and I said to the trainer, I said, is she in pain here? Did she hurt herself on this leg? Because she keeps picking up this leg and showing it to me. So the trainer said, no, it's nothing. She was hurt. She got something long ago. So I said, okay, ice it when you go back to the stables. Next day, called the trainer up again because it was on my mind. What happened? Did you check? Yes, we got the vet to check it and she's feeling pain on her joint. Sure enough. Now see how horses communicate. They will tell you everything about them, and they won't tell everybody. They'll just tell the person who's sensitive to them. They will, communicate with you. One of the most, I think, amazing things you can do with horses, and they are actually very, very useful for that, therapeutic, is, in terms of pain. If you're feeling pain, if you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling unhappy, if you're feeling anything, I've done this a lot of times, just walk into the paddock and just, sometimes I just sob there and I don't know what else to do because, there's such a lot of pain that I've gone through, so I don't know how to express it. But they will come and I don't know what happens after that, but a healing takes place. You walk out of the paddock and you're completely a new being, So I find communicating with horses is the most wonderful gift you can ever have access to. I think a few of us who have taken to the paddocks, Hemant, Ritika, a few others here, they've experienced that. So I'm going to take you now to the stud farm, and you're going to walk into the paddocks, and you're going to be calm. You're not going to make any sudden movements, and you're going to allow the horses to come to you, and you're going to experience them. So, any questions that anyone has, there's only 2 don'ts. Avoid, but these horses are so gentle that they won't do anything, but still. Don't stand and go make any sudden movements behind a horse. See, a horse can see from the sides and in front, but he can't see from behind, so he doesn't know what it is. And they are frightened, they immediately get a little frightened. So please avoid standing behind a horse. That's the only thing. And secondly, avoid any sudden movements. Even if you want to touch the horse, do it slow motion. Okay? So it's like as gentle, as sensitive. You have to allow your sensitivity to come forward. And as settled in the core of your being. Try not to make too much sound, though they don't mind. But if you keep talking to each other and all, you're just distracting the thing. Any other questions that anyone has before we move?
What are the 2 groups you wanted to make?
The 2 groups. So, will you take one group? You manage? Let me see. We just divide this into 2. All of them this side go with Yashpal, and all of you this side come with me. That's it. We're going to go to 2 paddocks. There's too many to go in one paddock.